Hi, and welcome to the Health Begins with Mom show. I am Dorit, your host. On this podcast, I will share insights and interviews on health, parenting, and explore the question of what does it take to thrive as women, wives, and mothers. Now, let's get going with today's episode. Hey everybody, and welcome to the Health Begins with Mom podcast. This is Dorit, your host. For those of you who are new to the podcast, this is where we talk about how we can thrive in our relationships to ourselves, in our relationships to our spouses, and in our relationship with our kids. So today I wanted to talk to you about core desired feelings. And this is an important conversation, especially when you are on your journey to heal, whether it is a physical condition or an emotional thing that is sort of keeping you stuck in your evolution as a woman, as a human being. And in the work that when I work with women, one thing that I notice a lot is that a lot of the physical manifestations of the body and the way our body manifests disease or dis-ease goes back to the inner girl, the little girl that all of us have inside that feels or felt at a certain moment in time and in a certain moment in our evolution felt unheard or unseen or unsafe. And I know this is a very sort of like a loaded topic, but I just wanted to come on today and share with you a very powerful exercise that you can try to do, maybe in your journal. And first of all, obviously, is understanding that a lot of healing can be done. And it has to be done in those moments of quiet. So this is one of the powerful things we can do as women, is honoring our feminine energy. And feminine energy, the way feminine works is through pause, is through slowing down, is through giving ourselves space to think, to ponder, to examine, to put things on the paper. Especially if you are a visual learner, you will see that when you write things down, that is like 50% of healing right there. So this is number one. It's understanding that whenever there is something you're working on, whether it is trying to lose weight or balancing your hormones, or healing your acne or healing your gut, all of that originates in the inner girl that felt at some point that her needs weren't met. And so the exercise I'm going to share with you today is very powerful, and it has the power and the potential to give you a lot of clues as to where all of that unease or dis-ease originated. So what's the origin of it? So the first thing you have to do is, like I said, give yourself time and create space and be in silence. And then the second thing is exploring a little bit the work of Danielle Laporte. And she has written, I think, 3 books, and one of them was the Desire Map. And she talks about finding core desired feelings. And these would be sort of like the the things that you would like to have in order to feel in alignment. And so I'm going to give you an example of what these core desired feelings could be. So things like feeling strong, feeling confident, feeling alive, feeling loving. You want to feel peaceful in your life. You want to feel flow in your life. You want to feel trusting. You want to feel like you are connected. And so all of these, there are examples for core desired feelings. And so once you identify these, the next step in your journey to healing would be finding the flip side of these core desired feelings. And so, for example, if you want to feel strong, then your core desire, then the flip side of that would be weak. Or if you want to feel alive, and then the flip side of that would be feeling stuck or feeling like you are living on autopilot, right? Then things that just repeat again and again and again, and it's mundane and it's boring. If you want to feel loving, then the flip side of it would be judgment or negativity. And so when you do that exercise, so first you declare what your core desired feelings are, and then you would flip them. And the flip is so powerful because that is your clue, and that is what the inner child, the inner girl in you is actually feeling. That is her language. This is how she is communicating with you as to which needs weren't met for her in her evolution as a human being. So that is a very powerful clue and tool for you to identify, what has happened and why are you feeling sick? Why are you feeling not in alignment? Why is your body is out of balance? Whether it's your hormones or your weight or your thyroid, all these health conditions, they're not sort of like a stand, on their own, or they don't just appear in our life, right? Out of the blue. The body is very wise. And, for those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that when I work with people, when I work with women, the health coaching that I do is very holistic because I do believe that it is actually not only unwise, but also does a lot of disservice to the person who is working on healing if we don't look at the whole picture, right? So it's a very holistic approach. And so I invite you to look at yourself, look at your core desired feelings, flip them, and see that, this is the origin of your pain and suffering, whether it is mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, because this is where your clues is at. And then I would love for you, if you feel called to share it with me, I would love for you to share it with me. Share with me. You can find me on Facebook. I go under Dorit Palvanov. Just send me a private message, and share with me, what do you feel? First of all, what are your core desired feelings, and what are the clues that you found when you flip them, and what is your plan on getting into alignment again and getting into the flow, and how are you going to bring harmony and balance into your being and into your feminine body How are you going to keep evolving as a woman, as a wife, and as a mother? Because all of that is connected. If we don't feel good inside of our body, inside of our being, then it affects our relationship with ourselves. It affects our relationship with our spouses or our partners, and it affects our relationship, our parenting. It affects our relationship with our kids. And so one of the things that motivate me the most in my evolution as a human being and also as a coach is always looking at how will this, if I don't heal that in myself, if I don't courageously look at what hurts me, what's, that origin of suffering for me, then I'm just going to perpetuate that for my girls, for my kids. And so that's the second layer, right? But again, when I say that, I never mean to put more anxiety or stress on you, because that's really not the point. The point here is really to encourage you to be courageous, look at the origin, look at the core, at the root cause of your diseases, and then understanding that it's really from there that the healing will come. So as I said, you're welcome to share it with me. You can either find me on Facebook or you can send me an email. My email is dorit@healthbeginswithmom.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, much love and healing. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Health Begins with Mom show. I love hearing from you, so please post your comments and questions over at healthbeginswithmom.com/podcast. If you love the show, please share it on social media and in your real life with other moms who might enjoy this content. And if you have a burning question or topic you'd like me to hit on the show, just drop me a line at dorit@healthbeginswithmom.com. And if you love this show and really want to support it, please go to iTunes, write a review, and subscribe. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch you next time. Much love and many blessings.